I'm Stephanie Farmer, and I've worked here at CU since 1988, so I've been here for a long time. So a little background on me and how I got started in this field. I really feel like academic medicine chose me rather than me choosing academic medicine. I started out in college as a music ed major, and that first summer after my freshman year, I got a job here at CU as a student worker working in the OBGYN department, and I was supporting a faculty member who was getting ready to retire. He didn't have a lot of work for me to do, so I was constantly running down the hall and talking to the administrator of, I've got time, what do you want me to do? And she gave me a lot of opportunities to do other things, work on grants, clean up finances, do just a variety of things. And it really opened up my eyes to, oh, there's some options here. And I had just recently changed my major to business administration. So I was like, academic medicine, I could really see a career in this field. I really like working here and what I'm doing. And she hired me back every summer while I was in college. When I graduated, I got a full-time job in the anesthesia department and worked on my master's in health administration degree, and I've worked here ever since. So it's been great. When I think about the breadth of my career here, the biggest challenges have been really, I've always seemed to take big jumps in my role. So I went from, when I worked in anesthesia, I was a billing clerk. And I went from that to a division administrator, and that was a big jump. And I was all of a sudden now supervising, the majority of the people I was supervising were younger than me. I'm over finances, human resources, all this stuff. I had to learn a lot. I learned a lot about clinical trials. I learned about graduate medical education. Then I went into a practice plan administrator role, and then an assistant administrator role, and then an administrator role, and then I assumed the role in the cancer center. And with each of those roles, it was like, oh, I've got a whole lot I need to learn. And it was always challenging, but also kind of rewarding in that I was always able to learn something, and just being willing to step up to the plate and be like, okay, this is a little overwhelming, it's daunting, but I can learn it. I just have to take the time to learn it. Always be willing to learn and ask questions. I think that is something I wish I would have been better at when my younger self would have been better at. I've learned that over time, and academic medicine, the cancer field, whatever we're dealing with on this campus, is constantly changing. There's a lot of things that are coming at us, and I've just found having an inquisitive mind, and if I don't understand something, hey, I work with a bunch of educators. I mean, in the big scheme, we're at an academic medical center. These people like to educate. They're more than happy to answer questions, and that, I would say, for anybody that's kind of starting out in their career, be inquisitive, ask questions, get clarity, make sure you understand. That will serve you really well for a long time in your career. I'm definitely an old soul. I'm very sentimental. So I like doing things, repurposing old things. I have refinished furniture. I will take something that somebody's handed down and I'll repurpose it for something. I also love decorating. My house, it's just like, oh, I need to do something else in this room. I just finished stenciling my stairs to my basement. I refinish furniture, do a variety of stuff like that. I love working in my garden. And then another big thing I'm really involved in is with my church. I'm on the worship team. I play keys. I coach people on keyboards and on singing. And then I've been a youth leader at my church for decades. And I just happen to be a person who loves teenagers. I love working with them. They have a lot of energy. They do make me feel older and older with each passing year. But I do love being around them and watching them grow and mature in their faith and as adults, into adulthood, and in their talents. I really, really enjoy that. I would say my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, because to me, Thanksgiving is really just focused on family and being thankful. And a lot of times these days it's at my house where we gather around my dining room table, which was my great-grandmother's. So just, having, that history there, but then also just being with my family. That's what I really enjoy about Thanksgiving. So for me, being in administration, it's a little different in how I can impact people's lives, but I always love that people reach out to me, families, friends, other colleagues, of I need help with this piece of getting access to clinical care, or I need to find a specialist, and me being able to connect them with those right people. I also get connected a lot about I'm trying to find a job, I'm looking for opportunities. I really love that I'm able to help people with those kind of requests that impact them individually or in impacting their families. I think there's a lot of opportunities out there, and it could look different. It's not always that you need to be that senior person. There's a lot of roles within the Cancer Center where people can display leadership. You don't necessarily have to have a leadership title to be a leader. I think you can definitely be a leader on a daily basis and look for those opportunities. There's opportunities here on campus to develop your leadership skills. There's a lot that is available, and to take advantage of those opportunities and opportunities to step up on committees, etc. Because all of that, you're just building. Leadership is like building layers, and so you're just, every little thing that you can engage in and do, you're just adding another level. You're gaining experience and knowledge that just allow you to be a good leader. I have a couple things that I collect. So one is hippos. I got started on collecting hippos in high school, so I have quite a few hippos. Another one is postcards. I can't even remember how I got into collecting postcards, but I probably have over 4,000 postcards in the collection. And another one that's been a little bit more recent that just kind of happened is I have a small collection of old sewing machines that I have on display in my basement that were family members, and then I've added a couple to that, which is just fun. I go down to the basement and it's like I can see these sewing machines that my mom, my grandma, other people have made things on, which I love. So I have some of those little collection type things that I just love. Another one is stamps, and that started when I worked in OBGYN. This is back in the day when people would mail postcards to faculty members saying, could you send me a copy of your article titled blah, blah, blah. Well, I would process those and I would mail out the articles. And the postcards would come from all over the world, and they had these really cool stamps on them. And so I just started collecting them. And so I just have this book full of stamps, and I've gotten them from a variety of places over the years.